Hey everybody, thanks for coming out. Appreciate y'all being here. I know it's a busy Saturday night and y'all could be doing whatevers, but you're here with me and I appreciate you for that. How's everybody doing? You let me know. Hello to Sky, hello to Orlando, hello to the trees, hello to Sam, hello to Candy Tunes, hello to Edge. Sorry. I'm a little toasty tonight, y'all, and I hope y'all are too, enjoying your evening, enjoying your weekend. Hello to Cute Shushi, hello to Steph Artist, hello to Via B. Tell me some stories, y'all. Let me know how you're doing. How's your weekend going? How's your holiday season starting up? You gotten your shopping done? You have any big plans for Christmas this year? Katie's here. What up, Subdued Hughes? Kimmy Goofy, thanks for being here. Carrie, thanks for being here. Kajennings, thanks for being here. Candy Tune says, I'm just chilling today, and you should be. I'm glad you are. Hello to Holla. Katie says, finished shopping yesterday. Gotta wait for one more thing to come in and then it's time to wrap. Fun. What kind of stuff did you pick up during your shopping? I keep seeing all these things on TikTok and I'm like, I should get that for my nieces and nephews. All my little nibblings. I so don't like the word nibblings. We need to find another word other than nibblings, y'all. I feel so uncomfortable that nibble is part of it. Steph Artist says, ran errands earlier, vibing now. Very cool. Glad you're chilling. Chill with me. We're going to be critiquing some scripts in a little bit here. And also, if you have any questions for me, anything you want to address during the Q&A during the later part of this stream, go ahead and send it in. I've got a link there at the tippity top, open to everybody. It should also be in the description. Go ahead and submit a question and we'll get to those later. I promise. Jenny says, trying to recycle some of my old jewelry, mostly necklaces. Okay, recycle how? Like, what do you mean by recycle? Reads and Ramble says, I'm suffering from a double ear infection, so no fun for me. Oof. That's not fun at all. What happened? Double ear infection. That sucks. Nep says, I passed the exam that I failed twice before, so I'm finally having a weekend after 2 months. Ugh. I'm glad you're finally able to chill. Thank you for deciding to spend some of that time chilling with us. Via B says, praying my packages are going to come before Christmas because the postal service strike here. Ooh. Good luck. Where's here? Edge says, I just chilled for my day off. Hell yeah. Kimmy Goofy says, studying for my last final. You got this, Kimmy. Good luck. I was never great at tests, but you're going to do fantastic. Katie says, got a whole bunch of stuff. My family has a variety of tastes when it comes to gifts. Okay. Very vague answer. I appreciate. Cute Shushi says, I got done with work and I'm ready for the weekend. Nice. So nice. VB says, the postal service strike is in Canada. Okay. Didn't hear nothing about that. Hala says, needed to pop up and say hi and know how you're doing today because I've got to go to bed since I pulled an all-nighter. Well, if you need to know before you go to bed, you should know that I'm doing great. It's a very chill day. Hung out with a friend earlier and we got a little stony baloney, so now I'm still a little stony baloney and that's okay. Later on, probably gonna maybe play some WoW or Marvel Rivals. Just relax. See if my friends want to watch a movie or something. Silly says, my tummy hurts, but we can't stop that Cardlin audio grind. Appreciate you, Silly. Jennings says, taking some of my old charms and putting them on new chains. Oh, cool. That's what you meant by recycling old jewelry. That's awesome. TL Patton says, I did a senior photo shoot with a super rad kiddo that I actually used to babysit. We saw each other for the first time in 10 years. That's cool. That's super cool. Were they really warm and nice? Or they're like, oh, hi, Miss TL Patton. Cool. I don't know. Are kids awesome or do kids suck nowadays? Sam says, I'm just waking up and about to go shopping for gift stuff. Nice. What are you planning on getting? Katie says, Marbo, Ribo, let's go. We just might. Hala says, that sounds like a fun time. Have a lovely stream then. I will. You go ahead and rest up. Thanks for swinging by. Jinjin, hello. TL Patton says, such a nice kid. He wanted senior photos with his cat. He was so excited. Aw, that's adorable. Okay, I'm glad. I'm glad he's a nice kid, not a shit-ass kid. Only got one question in the Q&A box so far. Y'all need to step it up. Any question at all about me, about script writing, about what it's like to upload audios. Give me a scenario you're going through and I can tell you what to do. Or I can give you some really bad advice on what you should do. Just use that link pinned to the chat right now. Get some questions in. If you can, somebody remind me. How do I put this? At the end of the stream, before I finish, remind me that I need to tell you all about Mango. Yeah? Mango is the secret code word for this new project I'm doing. It's going to be happening next weekend. Mango. How about this? We'll make a deal. If you can manage to remind me before I end the stream to talk about Mango, I'll talk about Mango early. Otherwise, I'm just going to blast it out on social media. So either way is fine. But if you manage to remember, I'll let you in on the little secret a little early. Sam says, I'm getting stuff to make clip-on earrings for my nieces. That's cute. I was going to say cool and cute, and it came out cute. Cool-ute. Candy Toon says, it'll be nice to have your voice in the background while I'm crafting home stuff. Yeah. Yeah. Jinjin says, how can we forget about delicious mangoes? I don't know. I might. How do y'all usually celebrate Christmas? You and your family, you and your community, you and yourself. What do you usually end up doing for the holidays? Reads and Rambles says, I swear sometimes it's so weird to hear you out of character. Yeah, sorry. Even now I'm trying to be more behaved than I would be on, say, Twitch. So I'm trying, trying to put on a show here. I realize this is Cardlin audio and not Game Over. Scorpio says, Noche Buena on Christmas Eve, then chill with the fam on Christmas Day. Nice. I'm doing one of those two. We've got a big Noche Buena party. We've got a big Christmas Eve party, basically. And then I'm not sure what we're going to be doing on Christmas Day itself. I might be solo dolo. I might be streaming. See who else out there doesn't have plans for Christmas Day. Katie says, I usually spend Christmas Eve with my dad's side of the family and Christmas Day with my mom's side of the family. Okay, that's a good setup. Scorpio says, it's a bit different when you're in the Philippines, but now that I'm here in the US, we just chill on Christmas Day. In the Philippines, we would have been at the mall or something. Interesting. Jennings says, since when did you have multiple personalities? Oh, you. What that's a reference to is that, Cardlin is a name that I'll respond to because it's the name of the channel that I made, but Cardlin is a character I play, you know? I'm JC, that's my real name. And over on Twitch, I stream out of character. I stream as myself. So right now, I'm pretty much myself. I'm like myself at church. You know, I'm trying hard not to cuss and stuff. Because, no, Papa YouTube is watching. Kimmy says, my family and I usually go away for the holiday, but due to finals, I'm staying behind this year. Aw, that's too bad. Lila Scarlett says, my family and I open presents at midnight, and then later that day, my mom makes a big breakfast or a big dinner, and we watch Christmas movies and then play Mario Kart. That's a fucking nice ass. That's a very nice, wholesome day, is what I'm trying to say. Gotta watch my cuss words. It's a very nice, wholesome way to spend Christmas, Lila. It sounds fun. Honey Chamomile says, spending time with loved ones, food and gift giving. Fun. Carrie says, pajamas and movies for Christmas by myself, volunteer on Christmas Eve. Nice. That's a good life, Carrie. Scorpio says, oh, and I'm gonna be at the Wicked sing-along thingy with my sister on Christmas Day. On Christmas Day, huh? Candy Toon says, my family and I will be chilling in a cabin for Christmas. That's fun. It's cozy. Jin Jin says, celebrating on Christmas Eve, including opening presents. Christmas Day is all about taking it chill, lazy, fun day. Yeah. Well, shit. Well, shoot. If you're chilling and I happen to be streaming, come chill with me. Cute Shushi says, I celebrate with my dad's side of the family Christmas Eve, then my mom's side on Christmas Day. It's been that way ever since I was little. Scorpio says, not a lot of Christmas plans, but I'll be in Vegas for New Year's. Fun. Nep says, we only celebrate New Year's only, but we always have a Christmas tree and loads of food. And endless family arguments about how to save the world. Oh, yikes. That doesn't sound fun. Scorpio says, gotta watch the cuss words we ain't on Twitch. That's truth. That's the truth. Haley Collis, thanks for being here. Haley says, on the 23rd, I'm taking my family to the amusement park that I work at, and then spending the entire Christmas season with them. That's so cool. That's freaking awesome and wholesome. I love all these wholesome, sweet, adorable answers from everybody. Edge says, I spent Christmas Eve with my grandparents, open gifts, then on Christmas Day, me and my brother open gifts and do whatever we want. Hell yeah. That's awesome, Edge. Andrea Nicole Morris, 23, Andrea Nicole Morris says, happy birthday, how are you doing today? What? What? Candy Tunes says, oh, and you're also planning to visit a place where it snows. I'm excited to play in the snow for the first time. First time ever? You never been to snow? Jenny says, it kind of stinks we have to wait an entire year for Wicked Part 2. Yeah, but better that takes longer and it's good than they rush it out and it's bootsy, you know? Besides, the year will fly by. Just last week it was 2023, and next week it's already going to be 2026. Know what I mean? Doesn't it feel that way sometimes? Time is an illusion. You'll be seeing Wicked Part 2 before you know it. Candy Toon says, I live in Mexico, in an area where we get no snow whatsoever. No snow whatsoever. Yeah. Pretty much same here in the Bay Area. Zero snow. Occasionally we'll get like frosting on the grass, but that's not really snow. Like maybe if you took all of the frost from like an entire field of grass, you can make a snowball. What do you want for Christmas this year, everybody? What are you hoping to get? If you could get one thing, it could be a physical, concrete thing, or it could be an abstract concept. What would be your Christmas wish this year? Scorpio says it doesn't snow in the Bay except that one time where Mount Tam was covered in snow. Yeah, but the mountains don't count, I think. Via B says there's 2 feet of snow outside at the moment. More to come next week, I think. Oof. No, thank you. Edge says they want more books. Scorpio says also, did you see the tornado warning for the Bay this morning? That was wild. Yeah. There was like a freaking tsunami warning just like a week or so ago. Dang, it's a good thing global warming isn't real, huh, guys? Ray says, good mental health, bro. I wish that for you too, Ray. Or is that pronounced Rhea? I think I've seen that pronounced Ray before. Via B says, travel art kit. Okay, nice. Candy Toon says, I had to scrape the freezer to make a snowball. I need to do that soon. Why does my freezer have like ice growing on the side? What the fuck is that? Or what the heck is that, you guys? Why is that happening? Lila Scarlett says, my Christmas wish was to pass my first semester of nursing school. And I did. Now I'm happier than ever. I passed and I got my family, so I have all I need. A+, Lila. Good for you. Jinjin says, did you turn down the knob? I never did. I should. Carrie says, cure for anxiety, if not a bag of anxiety relief. It's a good wish. Rhonda Cannon says, I have an eye surgery Friday. For Christmas, I want to see well again. I want that for you too. Katie says, I'm wishing for summer weather again, but that gift isn't coming for another 5 to 6 months. It'll be here before you know it, and then it'll be too hot and you'll hate it. I already hate it. Kid Jennings says, my wish for Christmas kinda hard to find emotional comfort. You can find it. Plenty of different ways. Scorpio says, I don't know what I want for Christmas, to be honest. Maybe for my anxiety to go away. You hear that? Hear that, Santa? Everybody wants Zoloft. Lovebug999 says, my Christmas wish would be to travel for sure. Maybe even attend a concert. Nice. What concert? What artist? Katie says, it's like 20 degrees outside. I need warmer weather now. You know, just turn on your computer. Play some Marvel Rivals with the settings set to ultra. Put the computer in your lap. Amanda Mora says, this week I'm having my finals too. Shanshekazen. Shijaniskan. Shijansnekasen. Shanshekasen. TL Patton says, my Christmas wish is that I could be isekai to the Hidden Leaf Village and marry Kakashi Hatake. Okay. You know what? You're allowed to do what you like with your wish. Good for you. Live that dream. Scorpio says, that would be nice, but I got no friends to go to concerts with me. Edge says, honestly, play The Sims. That will warm me right up. Exactly. Katie says, Marvel Rivals doesn't test my PC as much as other games have, to be honest. Yeah, it's pretty good. Pretty well, what's the word? Optimized. Scorpio says, K-Dot is going on tour with SZA, and they're going to be at Chase in May. Maybe that. TL Patton says, it could happen. Um, Amanda Moore says, hey, you pretend to make some mystical audios in the future? Sure. Sure, I can pretend to. I'll pretend to right now. Oh, these mystical audios I'm making are so good. Wow, everybody loves them. Oh, this is my best performing video yet. Everybody's so happy. Yay. TL Patton says Delulu is my love language. You know what? On that note, Miss B Twisted says Sleepy JC. Stone JC. But on that note, let's move on to the second half of our stream already, shall we? We are going to... What are we going to do? We are going to... move chat over here. That looks about right. We're going to move chat over there, and we are going to start taking a look at some scripts. Speaking of TL Patton, the first script we'll be looking at tonight is from them. On Twitter and on YouTube, I put out an ask for anybody brave enough to submit their scripts so that we could critique them together. Kind of go over what an audio script looks like and kind of see what works and what doesn't work. I have it up pretty big on the screen right now. Can y'all see the words? Y'all need them a little bigger, maybe? You can. Okay. Well, this script was titled Hiding ASMR. I haven't read it. I haven't looked at it yet. All I know is that this is from TL Patton. TL Patton, thank you so much for submitting your script. I know it takes courage. I know it sounds scary. I promise I'll be nice and respectful. Let's go ahead and give this a cold reading and see what we think. Speaker approaches their friend gingerly. Already I like that the actions are bracketed out. You know, they're separate and there's a clear break between actions and dialogue. Hello. Hey, what are you doing down there? Throwing in listener response every time is actually good. Even if it is a little repetitive, it's good to know when a listener responds so that you can give a natural pause. Hiding? Hiding from what? Oh, you're hiding from your thoughts. Are they dark today? Dark and scary? Overwhelming too? You look like you could use a friend. Mind if I join you? Okay, so immediately, I think every script where the listener responds a lot, I think you can use the I'm going to convey what the listener said by basically repeating back their words. I think you can use that once or twice at max. You want to be careful that you're not just parroting what the listener is saying, because that becomes very alienating, you know? It's definitely not how people normally talk, where they're just constantly repeating what the other person says. So, I think I found that the best scriptwriters are people who can find unique and clever ways to convey what the listener is saying without necessarily just parroting it back. Pick it up from Warmly. Mind if I join you? Great. At least we can hide from them together. Friend lowers themselves to match the listener. There. This is cozy, but you're kind of stuck here, huh? Well, is it working? Hiding, I mean. Is it making you feel better? Yeah, I didn't think so. Hiding from my dark thoughts doesn't work for me either. You know, instead of hiding from your thoughts, it might be helpful to confront them. What do you say? Want to give it a try? Alright, through this section of the script, you did a really good job of having a conversation with the listener without parroting, without, copying back to them what they were saying. So, you did a good job in that section. So the listener responds, and I am responding as though the listener is beginning to panic. This is good direction. This kind of context lets the voice actor know how to react. Hey, it's okay. You're okay. Too much right now? That's fine. What if we confront them together? We can challenge them. Defeat them. No? Still too much right now? Yeah, sometimes I feel like that too. Everything just feels too big, too loud, too much. I feel so helpless and small. How about this? What if we simply let them pass by? No, I'm serious. You don't need to find answers right now. You just need to acknowledge your thoughts and let them go. They don't need to be anything more than thoughts. Can I tell you a secret? They're not real. They feel real, but they're not. Your thoughts, I mean. I promise. I know they seem scary, but I'm here. I'll sit with you. I'll stay here until they're gone. Trust me. They won't be nearly as bad if you let someone be with you. You deserve to have someone keep you company. You don't need to do this alone. This is all really well written. This is good content right here. I feel like hearing that kind of stuff will really help people. No. You have no reason to apologize. You can cry if you need to. I don't mind, really. You can feel whatever you need to feel right now. You're doing your best, and that's all you can do. And sometimes your best is just existing from one moment to the next. And that's okay. You're not a burden. You're a lovely human who's kind and compassionate. You're brave, intelligent, funny, and lovable, even when those things don't feel true. You're important, and I'm happy to be here with you, honest. You're just struggling right now. Everyone does, and it'll pass. It really will. I have an idea. Can you try something with me? Great. Are you ready? All right. Now. Excuse me. Let's take some deep breaths in and out, in and out. Once more, in and out. There. Better? Now, repeat after me. I know this is awkward, but please try. Thank you. Ready? Repeat. I'm okay. I'm lovable. I'm safe and important. I'm loved. All of me is loved. It's okay. You can laugh. Probably feels uncomfortable to say kind things to yourself when your brain wants you to think about dark things. Just try though. Say them even if you don't believe them right now. I'll believe them for you. I'll happily believe you're all of those good things when you don't feel like you can. When you don't feel like you can. So at this point, you might want to repeat the phrase. It's a bit of a long phrase. 5 different sentences. So you might want to repeat it once or twice here. You know, you're really patient earlier in the script. I think this is a good opportunity to be patient once again and really give the listener in the moment listening to the video a chance to follow along. How do you feel now? A little better? That's great. This is a perfect opportunity to respond to what the listener's saying without repeating it. Like, what you're saying right now is, how do you feel now? A little better? That's great. It's the same thing as saying, how do you feel now? Yeah? That's great. You see? I'm not repeating what they're saying, but you still get the idea of what the listener said. A little is enough. Can you try coming out now? No more hiding. There we go. It's good to see you smile a bit. You got this. You can do this. Just try to get through today, okay? You can try again tomorrow. You can try as many times as you need to. Can I tell you another secret? Really? That's all anyone is doing. We're all just trying. Every day, you try to make it a little better than the day before. Don't let anyone fool you. Hey, I'm proud of you for that. For trying. Trying's hard. Existing is hard. Sometimes simply existing is really hard, but you're doing that more. You deserve to be proud of yourself. You really do. I'm proud of you. You'll be okay. I promise. And if you need me, I'm here. Now come on. Let's get some water, maybe have a snack, and do something kind for yourself. You worked hard, so rest. Great script, T.L. Patton. Good stuff, real good stuff. I was gonna say something. The way my guy's head jerks back and forth is so funny. What was I gonna say about the script? Solid advice. The content of the script is great. The way it's written is fantastic. I like the breaks for listener responses. Good script. It reminded me that I basically did the same. Did something kind for myself. I did some work earlier, some hard stuff, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to treat myself. Do something kind for myself. And I got myself some sushi. I only do it like once a month. It's so pricey, but it was so nice having sashimi again. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. Thank you so much to T.L. Patton for submitting that script, being brave enough to share all of that with us. Applaud in the chat for T.L. Patton, please, everybody. They did a great job. And seeing how I see Jin Jin right there in the chat, let's do Jin Jin's script next. Jin Jin, thank you very much for submitting a script as well. This is Here Goes Nothing. Very aptly named script. This is by our very own Jin Jin. Okay, let's see. This is a romance script. The tags are vulnerable confession, unspoken feelings, forbidden love, and drama. A vulnerable friend confesses his love through a voice note to a close friend who's already in a relationship. He shares his deep feelings, knowing they can't be together, hoping for understanding, but fearing it might change everything between them. Ooh. They're already in a relationship, Jin Jin? That's spicy. pretty spicy. All right, let's see. So this is just a formatting preference. I would rather acting directions be something that really clearly, I don't know. I feel like underlining might be a way for me to emphasize a word. Putting it in brackets is a good way to really catch attention. I feel like that's just what I'm used to. But okay, let's go. Let's see what the script is like. Yeah, Jennings says, do you use acting skills to form a script? I don't know. I don't have any acting skills. I'm not like a trained actor or anything. Hey, it's me. I hope your day is going well. I hope you won't judge me for this. Knowing you, you probably won't. I'm sending you a voice note because it feels like the only way I can share what I need to say. Every time I try to say it in person, I freeze. And writing it down feels wrong. It's too easy to misinterpret the intent behind the words. I've thought about this endlessly, even telling myself not to do it at all. You know, that sharing how I truly feel might ruin everything, or end up hurting you. Oh God, I'm rambling. You're probably sitting there thinking, just spit it out already. I'm sorry. I'm terrified. Probably because what I'm about to say could change everything. Forever. Okay. Here it is. From the moment I first met you, I felt this inexplicable connection. Like I just wanted to talk to you and listen to you all the time. Every story you told, every thought you shared, I never got enough. The more time we spent together, especially when it was just the two of us, the deeper our connection became. Every moment with you makes my heart swell, and yeah, I even get butterflies. Something you know I never really believed in was a thing. Something you know I never believed was really a thing. Yeah, okay, that works. I love how real and authentic you are. How you always speak your mind, no matter the situation. You're so deep. You stay chill and fun. I love how real and authentic I can be when I'm with you. No matter how I show up or what I say, you're always so kind and genuinely enjoying our time together. I never met someone who's so wholeheartedly interested in all of me, who listens with an open heart and mind, lets me be exactly who I am. No matter how twisted or cringy I can be sometimes. I mean, could there be anyone as perfect as you? A little more direction on when to pause and maybe like intent. A little more acting direction throughout this section could really help. When it's all just straight up text like this, it's hard to know which direction to go. Helping the voice actor to know the direction to go before they go can be a great help. You're on my mind day and night. You're the first thing I think about when I wake up and the last before I sleep. Throughout the day, everything reminds me of you. I catch myself hoping for a reason to talk to you, or that you'll be the one to reach out first. And I dream of being with you, waking up to the warmth of your body next to mine, holding you close, cherishing the way my arms fit perfectly around you, like they were always meant to. touching you, running my fingers along your face and down your arms, memorizing every detail, kissing you, the taste of you lingering on my lips, having you with me every day, your presence stirring a quiet storm within me, equal parts peace and passion. But here's where it gets heavy. I know I can't have you. You have a life with him. And when that really hits, it feels foolish to dream. Like, what would even happen? You just leave your relationship, drop everything, and choose me? It's ridiculous. I've tried to let it go. Stop fantasizing about a life that can't be. Tried to rationalize my thoughts and my feelings. I've tried to focus on our beautiful friendship and be grateful for what we have, but none of it has worked. And that's why I'm telling you now. Not because I expect anything to change, but because I can't carry this alone anymore. I'm so sorry if this hurts you. I've never wanted that. But I can't keep this inside me anymore. It's tearing me apart. I just had to tell you. I had to. There is no other way. How many times in life have I held back, kept my feelings to myself, only to end up more hurt, more sad, or full of regret? I couldn't let that happen again. What I don't understand is why life would do this to us. Why now, of all times? Why bring you into my life when the timing isn't right? Worse, why confront me with a desire so deep, so powerful, it's so impossible to attain? I don't know. I don't know where we go from here. Maybe being honest and telling you how I truly feel is the right thing. Maybe we can still stay friends and navigate life together, day by day. With our feelings out in the open, perhaps we can even be more authentic and real with each other. No secrets, no holding back. Maybe we can still be there for one another, getting through this together, without letting life's circumstances dictate how we live. One can only hope. Here's an easy and clear way to let the voice actor know that this line should have some extra stank on it. Just breaking it apart into its own line. It's super edgy, but it kind of conveys just how much gravity you want this one line to hold, you know? Just breaking it out on its own line like that. No matter what happens, know that I truly love you. I love you in a way that makes it okay to have you in my life, even if it means never truly having you with me. You are such an amazing, incredible human being. Please know that I'm not doing this to hurt you. I'm doing this because you're the only person in the entire world with whom I feel comfortable enough to be completely raw. I'm sending this to you because you're the only person I believe would receive it with acceptance and understanding. And I know we both agree that we only get to live this life once. And that you wouldn't want me to hold anything back. I love you. I sincerely hope this won't ruin everything between us. Well, I guess the ball is in your court now. There's not much more I can do. Here goes nothing. Okay, good script. Heavy, sad. You know, I've always had a no infidelity rule on my audios. I've been toying with the idea of breaking it. I still am very anti-infidelity. You know, I'm all about monogamy. But, you know, I mean, I guess that's not how... It's a great fantasy, but this is a great fantasy too. I guess I just don't want to slide down a slippery slope where, like, next thing you know, we're doing blatant cheating scripts. But I think this is a good way to kind of skirt the line without going over it. It's a good script. It's a good script, Jin. Content as written is beautiful, well worded. It's a great story. You know, the journey you go through. You know, everybody's going to be dying for a sequel to find out what happens, but I kind of like that there isn't one, you know? I kind of like that this is just it. But yeah, great script, Jin. This is well written, very few notes. Just the formatting. A few suggestions here and there on how we might convey messages more clearly to the voice actor. But other than that, yeah, amazing. Unrequited love. Good job. Exactly what Carrie said. Well done. Okay, we've got one more script, and this one is from Via B, also in the chat right now. We'll get to this script, then we'll get to the questions. So if you have any questions you want me to answer, now's your time to get them. Let's see. This one we have comforting for struggling with OCD. All right. The title is very straight and to the point. And I kind of like it that way sometimes. It's kind of a good way to kind of make it clear to the person looking at the thumbnail what it's about. We could just as easily, however, make that the tag and kind of give this one like a traditional title, you know, like you would for a movie. Let's see. Directions are in italics. Context is underscored. Internal thoughts is in parentheses. Verbal noise is within hyphens. Voice tone is also in parentheses but highlighted in yellow. Vocal tone is held / discontinued till next vocal tone cue. I like that. That's a cool touch. Let's see if it works. All right, so we start off with some bed sheets rustling, tossing and turning, light breathing from you, bed sheets rustling again, footsteps exiting room, breathing from you, waking sound. You wake up. Oh, right. So since there's no other speaker in this script, you can take out all instances of you. Nobody else is speaking, you know? So all of this uses of you is superfluous, redundant. If there were other characters, I might recommend that you denote who's speaking in a different way. Also, these pauses, you might want to format them in a different way so that it's clear that it's not meant to be said out loud. So, based on the way this was described, all of this is meant to be said in a tired tone until the next appearance of a highlight in yellow. So all of this is meant to be said tired. Let's see if it works that way. Baby, where'd she run off to this time? See, I feel like I want to be like, you! Where'd she run off to this time? Gets out of bed, footsteps, lock latching and unlatching repeatedly, increasing volume while approaching. Babe, where'd you go? Oh, baby. Again? Jesus. They really focused on this compulsion. Poor thing looks so tired. Hey, love. Have you gotten any sleep tonight? No? Not yet? I see. Is everything all right? Why? Well, you're out of bed at 2 in the morning, flicking the lock on the front door back and forth when you should be in bed. That isn't something you usually do unless something's on your mind. Hey. Can you talk to me, love? Is there anything I can do to help you? Jeez. They're so consumed by whatever's going through their head right now. Their compulsions are affecting them so poorly. Poor thing is straining themselves. Oh, better now? All right, baby. Let's head back to bed. You look like you could use the rest. The use of the word compulsion, I feel like that's a specific term. Is that like a psychology term regarding OCD? The reason I bring it up is because not everybody might know what a compulsion is. It feels like compulsion with a capital C. So a good way to convey this to the listener who may not know what a compulsion is could be something like, what they call it again? A compulsion when they find one thing to fixate on? What do they call it again when they can't stop doing something? They use a specific word. Compulsion. You know, just doing something like that instantly catches the listener up to a status quo. So they get back in bed. Did you want to talk what that was about? Did you want to talk about what that was about? Maybe a better way to phrase that. Find a different way to phrase this. You want to try to not use the same acting words multiple times in the same script, you know? Sweetheart, nothing you feel is stupid, I promise. Whatever's in your head, it's real, and I'm here for it, okay? You don't have to hide it from me. I know it's hard to put words to what you're feeling, but you don't have to be perfect. You can just tell me what's going on in your head. You can tell me what's going on in your head. I'm here to listen. You're not bothering me, okay? So here you say, listening to what listener has to say. So maybe prompting the voice actor to make some reaction noises or make noises as though reacting to things being said. You might even want to write what the listener is saying. I don't normally suggest this, but in something like this, you might even want to write an example of what the listener is saying so that they can react to it while they're reading it in real time. Don't always do that. A script does not need the listener's responses written in, but specific scenarios like this where he's listening for an extended period of time, it might help. So, if I'm hearing you right, you're worried about the front door being unlocked because someone could get in? That sounds really scary, babe. I get it. But it wouldn't happen. And if anything ever did happen, I would protect you. You know that, right? But I think there's more going on here, isn't there, love? You think that if the door is left unlocked, someone will come in and hurt us, hurt me, and it'll be your fault? Oh. Baby. Oh. It wouldn't be your fault. And it wouldn't happen. Do you remember why we chose to move to this area of the city? Because it's safe. Crime rates are low and it's cheap, that's right. I will always protect you. Is there anything I can do to help you get some sleep? Now, depending on how you want this to be read, you might want to put some emphasis on certain letters, like maybe bolding. You want to do, is there anything I can do to help you get some sleep? Or, is there anything I can do to help you get some sleep? Like, depending on the way you want it read, you might want to make it more clear to the voice actor the intention of that line. Hold you? Of course, baby. Come here. Everything will be okay, baby. Even if that head of yours wants to make you think otherwise, you're safe with me. Do you think you'll be able to get to sleep? Maybe. Okay. Let's just relax. Together. Good night, love. Wake me up if you need anything. Okay, then we're going for almost a minute of sleeping sounds. Then suddenly the listener gets out of bed, jogging to the kitchen. Baby, are you okay? What's going on? He gets out of bed. Baby, are you okay? What are you doing? So you might want to indicate that this is being said while they're walking through the house looking for the listener, because they haven't found the listener yet. So they need that context when they're reading this line. The stove this time. I wish I could help them with these compulsions and thoughts they have. What was that thing their therapist mentioned? That resisting the compulsions thing. That's it, right? Maybe it could help them now. Hey, baby? Maybe we could try what your therapist recommended? Yeah? Yeah, you want to try that? Okay, let's step away from the stove and go to the couch, yeah? Okay. I'm supposed to ask them what they're doing, I'm supposed to ask them why they're doing the compulsion they're doing. Yeah, right. Is something wrong with the stove? Not sure. Was the burner left on from dinner? Hey, whoa. It's okay. It's okay, you don't need to check it. You want me to check that it's off? Yeah, I could do that. Yeah, it's off. But I know it can be hard to feel sure sometimes. Are you worried it might stay off even though we turned it off? Well, why are you worried? Because it could cause a fire. I see. Well, that is a valid concern, I'll admit that. But don't we always take the burner off right after we're done with it? Yeah, we do, don't we? You even make sure I check, and I always do. And I know you always do too. You're very careful about that. Here, give me your hands. Can you tell me what you think would happen if, just if, the burner was left on? Well, it's true. All those things could happen. Shit. I think I'm just making her more anxious. Hey. You're okay. We're okay. Has anything bad happened since we sat down here? You know, with the burner. Yeah, the burner. Has anything bad happened to the burner? Nothing bad has happened, right? Yeah, see? Everything's okay. We're okay. There you go, baby. It's okay. You're okay. There you go. Let's try taking some deep breaths together. Try to match my breathing. Deep breath in and out. In through your nose and out through your mouth. Feel your chest rising and falling. Lord, the relief that washed over their face just now was heartbreaking. Would you like a hug, love? Come here. I'll hold you close. There you go. That's it. Relax in my arms. I can hold you for as long as you'd like, or give you space. Whatever you need, baby. If you'd like, you can fall asleep here in my arms. I can carry you to bed once you fall asleep. Of course, baby. Rest for me. Okay, so this script. A couple of formatting issues, like we addressed. I remember going over this script during our editing meeting on Tuesday and having a concern with the content. I'm just not sure how, not really sure how to put this. I don't know how helpful an audio about quote unquote catching somebody in the act can be. I feel like it might inspire or maybe trigger more activity like that than might be helpful, you know? I did an audio before where Cardlin walks in on the listener about to cut themselves, and he yells at them to have them drop the knife. And the audio performed well, but I always kind of regretted it because I don't know how much that's actually helping. It's dramatic and it's exciting to listen to, but I don't know if it's necessarily helping more than it's perhaps inspiring bad actions like that. So while the script is well written and, you know, the content I worry might not be a good fit because I feel like it might, I don't know. I always worry about what kind of effect the audio might have, especially on younger, more impressionable listeners. Now, if a different way to approach this might be to refer to an incident. You know, if this is maybe after the incident happened, they're talking about it and talking about how best to deal with it and how to better deal with it next time it happens. That might be something easier to digest without potential of any negative effects or negative outcomes. I just don't want to, you know, quote unquote, glorify the negative aspects of it by giving it such a spotlight. We want to focus on like the comforting, the healing. We can still address and detail what happened and talk more about how to deal with it in the moment and deal with it next time. But I don't know. I'm kind of curious about audios like this and the effect. Jennings says, you mean like the aftermath? I mean more like the effect on listeners at home. Like this walking into a scene like this with like, you know, like the burner and the clicker going on and on, going off and on over and over and over again. Is that helpful? Or is that maybe going to trigger people who might have OCD? Talking about an episode and the way to cure an episode is better than encountering an episode in the moment and addressing it. Katie says that is a valid concern. Yeah, especially when it comes to something like OCD. Exactly. I feel like somebody with OCD might listen to this and hear the sound effect of the door being locked and unlocked and the burner going off and on, and it might, you know, further agitate their already difficult situation they're dealing with. But other than that, well written. In terms of just writing, well written. Yeah, some formatting issues here and there, but well written. All three scripts were. If I might make a suggestion for all three scripts, it would be to add something that kind of stands out. You know, I don't know if you noticed, but they all, or at least two of the scripts had sections with like deep breathing, which is good. It's a good thing to have, especially in the moment, you know, and I feel like it could help people. It's always good to practice deep breathing and ways to kind of pull yourself out of an episode. But see if you can't find what about the script makes it unique. You know, add in something to make it memorable. You know, the flannel was not part of Cardlin's original design, but in the end, it became synonymous with him because somebody mention it in an audio. It became prevalent in audio. The fact that there's little bears on the screen right now and that the channel mascot is a little adorable bear is because there's an audio where the Cardi bear is mentioned. Somebody created the idea of a Cardi bear. Maybe it was me. I don't think it was me, but maybe it was me. I think somebody else did. But find a way to make your script kind of stand out. That accomplishes two goals. One, it makes it so that the script has something that kind of makes it stand out from the rest, and also it grounds the script in reality and reminds you that this isn't just a message from me to the listener at home. This is a scene that they're watching between two people with very real lives, very real issues, and it kind of grounds the scenario in reality by adding tiny things like that to kind of make it unique. TL Patton says, so you're saying I need to add an elf or other mythical creature? Kidding, you're talking about finding a brand of sorts. Not really a brand, just these audios are meant to be little snippets, little little scenes from people's lives. But let's not forget that these people are still real. They live, where is this conversation happening? What is the room decorated like? What does it smell like currently? Has the trash been taken out? Is breakfast getting cold on the counter? Did they leave the refrigerator open? Are they wearing something that really keeps catching his eye? Does he love the way that their hair looks like in the morning before they had a chance to fix it? Does he take a moment to admire the way she looks without makeup because they just woke up? Like little things, little details like that can kind of make a script, it's memorable. It can pull a good comfort script or a good romance script and make it something really memorable by adding a detail like, for example, Romello the goat. Everyone remembers Romello from Desk Dates, right? It's a very unique, very wacky thing that happened, and because of that, it stands out. Jennings says, I agree. The emotional impact aspect is spot on. It does make it hard to do. TL Patton says, I guess I equated flannel to bears part of your brand. It's something that makes you easily recognizable. Sure. Sid says, the flannel and the bear definitely make you distinct. Gives a nice cozy vibe. Yeah, TL Patton says, I feel like you're describing what makes Ghibli films so amazing. They're really humanizing. The characters sneeze. Other animated films don't have sneezing characters. Exactly. Little moments like that. A way to pull an audio out of the realm of like a page from a fantasy novel to making it a scene from somebody's real life, and thus that much more relatable to the listener. Yeah. All right. Well, big thank you to TL Patton, to Jin Jin, and to Via B for submitting their scripts. That was a lot of fun. We will get to the Q&A portion of this stream in just 5 minutes, okay? Give me a little BRB. And we'll be back with some Q&A. Should be fun. All right, everybody. Give me just a second here, and I'll see you in just a wee little bit. I'm back, here to answer your questions. Thank you very much for joining me again this Saturday evening. I know you could be doing anything, but you're here with me, and I appreciate you for that. Cheers to everybody who submitted scripts. Once again, it's a big thank you to TL Patton, to Jin Jin, and to Via B. We finished submitting, critiquing their scripts. I hope I was very respectful and didn't offend anybody. They're well-written scripts. They're all great scripts. It's just, after a couple of years of doing this, I know a little bit about what works for me and what doesn't. Now, keep in mind, these are all just the opinions of me, of Cardlin Audio, JC. I've been at this for a while, but also I know that maybe my style isn't everybody's style. And what doesn't work for me could work great for others. That having been said, I appreciate you sending in your scripts, and I hope next time we get to see more scripts and even people submitting their videos. If anybody wants to submit their audio that they've uploaded to YouTube for me to listen to live and kind of respond to, I'd be down to do that. Okay, let's get to these questions. We've got a couple, probably enough to help us through to the end of the stream. Big thank you and hello to everybody who's joining us tonight. I know I didn't get a chance to say everybody's name, but I appreciate you being here. Let's see, we got a question from Nep. Nep asks, I listen to your audios to relax and help me cope with things that I need immediate help with. And thank you so much for that. Do you also listen to other VA artists to relax? No, Nep, I don't. I like to watch stuff like like ASMR makeup breaking and rebuilding, bike races, things that are like factories, just kind of things that are rote, not a lot of talking, kind of just simple things that I can watch. That's what helps to calm me down, especially when I'm feeling, a little too worked up and whatnot. If you have a question you'd like to submit, the link is pinned in the chat. It's also in the description. We have a couple of questions from T Dizzle here. It's T Dizzle. T Dizzle asks, I noticed you have audio on Magic Wave. Is that new, or have you been on that platform for a bit? It's new. I just started, and they're pretty awesome. I've had nothing but a good time working with them. I know a lot of people tend to see platforms like that and immediately think that they're shady and taking advantage of people. But I don't know. I haven't had that experience with them yet. They've been nothing but nice and respectful and really kind. And, they haven't paid me a huge amount. They're paying me a fair amount. And I think that that's fine. I'm not like in their pocket or anything. I'm just employed to have my stuff up on there. They haven't said, don't say shitty things about us or say nice things about us. They've just been really nice to work with and very professional. Via asks, have you ever had an angry spouse contact you about their spouse, aka a fan of yours, listening to your audios in an aggressive way? Example, they're cussing you out, telling you to leave their spouse alone. Not sure if that makes sense. Via, it's funny you should ask, because yes, I did early on. It was a lot of spam emails, a lot of, do you think you could take care of, do you think you could love her like I love her? Who are you? Respond to me, coward. You're nothing. You're worthless. You could never love her like I love her. And it's I don't know who you're talking about. But yeah, that was a time. That was an era. And luckily we're past that era. That's what I worry about, about if ever I were to get huge, really, really popular, that the more people watching, the greater chance of having really negative experiences like that. Right now, I feel like I have a decent balance in how I can communicate with the community, because it's kind of cultivated itself to being something that is, on occasion chaotic, but for the most part, well-behaved and respectful. And, I don't think, this guy's toast could say that about his audience. I don't think, I Show Speed could say that about their audience. Different audience, but all I'm just saying is the bigger we get, the less I'd be able to communicate with y'all. Via B says, do you respond to emails like that? No, of course not. Jin says, what do you want for Christmas? Oh. Wow. If we're talking about like a single gift that I could realistically get, I might have to think for a while. But if we're talking about Christmas wish, oh, I daydream about it all the time. I win the lottery, or I get some huge windfall of money. I have this house, decently sized house, 2-story, maybe 2.5 story if I'm trying to get baller. And I have a room in the house for my mom, who's currently bedridden and living in a home. And I have a room in the house for my grandma, who's currently bedridden and living in a home. I have a room in the house for their nurses, so they can, like, you know, be on standby 24/7. I have purchased multiple houses along the street so that my cousins and my aunts and uncles can all live on the same street and we can all live together. And yeah, that would honestly be the dream. If I could, like, buy a couple of houses on a street and give one house to each, you know, like, clan, essentially each tribe within my family's greater clan. Have a place where my grandma and my mom could be with family and be surrounded by family, as opposed to being surrounded by strangers, hoping that somebody might visit them, going, you know, weeks at a time without people visiting them. Oh my God. Sorry, maybe a little too real and a little too heavy, but yeah, that would be my wish. But if we're just asking about what I want for Christmas, like immediately in terms of like physical goods, I don't know. I daydream about that and how I hope that I can get there, but I know that it's a pipe dream. So I'm like, I don't know. Let's get, like, today. I treated myself to sashimi and a sushi roll, you know, so things like that. Not quite the compound of my family all living together, but still pretty nice. Maybe a blanket. Right now I'm moving the same blanket from my desk to my bed. Maybe having like a separate fuzzy blanket just for the desk would be nice. Jin asks, do you wish you had more snow where you live? If so, what's your favorite thing to do when it snows? No, I do not. I do not like the snow. I think it's beautiful to look at. But like many things that are beautiful to look at, I don't need to touch it to appreciate it. And I don't even necessarily want to be around it. You know how nerve-wracking it would be to be next to like a hot girl, like a really, really hot girl? Ugh, God. Shivering out of my skin just thinking about it. Katie says, since we're really starting to get closer to the new year, do you have any fun plans and or goals for Cardlin Audio in 2025? I do. You know what? Here, I have some pinned. Let me see if there's any that I would be okay with sharing with y'all. Okay, here's a little list that I wrote for myself. I want to get audios on Spotify again. You know I have some audios there. I want to start uploading audios to Spotify and other streaming services like Deezer and any podcast program out there. I want to get and practice the piano. I want to practice playing the piano. It would be nice. I want to record an audiobook. I want to finish the My Servant, My Savior series and finish and start this other series we've been sitting on about my character from season 2 of Tingles and Dragons by the name of Vox. And I want to transfer audios from Cardlin Audio to Cardlin Fantasy. You know, I want Cardlin Audio to be just a place where you can listen to comforting, romantic, cute and funny boyfriend audios and sleep aids. And I want everything else to go to Cardlin Fantasy. And I want those two to kind of balance out a little more. Everybody's saying, is it mango time? It is not quite mango time. I have a lot more questions to do. But thank you for reminding me about mango. Via B says, how long have you been playing piano? Very little when I was a kid. And then I had one maybe 2 or 3 times as an adult, but I never practiced it. Thanks for that question, Katie. Pinky asks a couple of questions on script writing since I've never written a script before. Question number 1. Do you have any suggestions on overcoming the pitfall of the speaker revealing information to the list that the listener has told them, so that the speaker isn't a walking exposition device for the listener? Yeah, you just gotta find new ways to tell the tale, you know? It's hard to say, you know, it's a context thing in the moment of the script, but just remember that, you know, good writers show, they don't tell. So see if there's a way that you can reflect something as opposed to mimicking it. Question number 2, also from Pinky, says, would you consider fan fiction writing or one-shots or silly little drabbles experience to write a script? Would that be easier to translate into a script? I've got a couple ideas from previous one-shots that could maybe port over. Yeah, you just have to remember that a script is it's a very unique writing scenario. It's a story told entirely through the dialogue of one person, and sometimes multiple people, but it's very different than writing fan fiction, which isn't to say that there aren't skills that translate over, but when you're robbed of the ability to use prose, like he reached for the knife and watched as it glinted off of the moonlight, when you have to find a way to say that via audio, like, take this knife, for example. Take the way the moonlight catches its edge. You know, it's all about finding ways to kind of say the same thing, but via dialogue. Pinky also asks, what software do you use for the doobers, the little avatars at the bottom? This is a program on Steam called Stream Avatars? Stream Avatars or Steam Avatars? Pretty sure it's Stream Avatars. Stream Avatars on Steam. And then I made custom art, or I commissioned custom art for the different doobers. T Dizzle asks, have you ever considered collaborating with a female VA? Why or why not? I've collaborated with many female VAs. They tend to not do well because, you know, I feel like the audience of my audience tends to be insecure and maybe lonely, and hearing another woman's voice can sometimes bring up feelings of jealousy or competition. And I get that, you know, if I'm listening to a female VA and then I hear a male's voice pop on, I'm instantly like, who's this jackass? Get out of here, jerk. She's all mine, you know? So I get it. So I do it from time to time, but I try not to do it too often because I feel like people don't want to hear that. I'm just being real. T Dizzle says, what's your favorite pet name to use when filling a script? You're one of the only ASMR VA, in my opinion, that can somehow make them all seem natural and not forced. I like all of them. I love hearing new ones. I love hearing unique ones. You know, the classic, the baby doll, love, sweetie, sweetheart. They're all nice, but I love hearing unique ones. You know, that's a good way to make an audio unique as well. Zia has a pretty long message here. Zia says, hi JC, I hope this email finds you well. First, I just want to say that you're one of the best voice actors I know. Thank you, Zia. Your work on Cardlin Audio is consistently incredible, and your ability to bring scripts to life is truly inspiring. Zia, that's so very kind of you to say. Thank you. I had a couple of questions I wanted to ask. One, would it be possible for you to do a live stream featuring some of your best scriptwriters like Rihanna? I think it would be fascinating to hear their perspectives. Sure, yeah. That could be fun. I could do that. 2, when you collaborate with other voice actors for audios, do you record simultaneously or does each actor record their parts separately? Almost exclusively, we have recorded separately. Only once have I ever recorded simultaneously, and it was such a blast doing it. I plan on doing more experimenting with recording simultaneously very soon, so keep an eye out. There may or may not already be a project in the works. Thank you very much for those very flattering questions and words, Zia. Let's see. Got a question from Pinky. Do you or did you do any goofy dad behaviors to tease your kid? Such as quoting Lord of the Rings on the daily, not speaking from experience. Yeah, all the time. Entirely all the time. There's so many, there's so many things. One that I'll let you in on is I used to, it's threat based. It's like playful threatening. It's like, I'd message them and be like, hey, you do your homework? They'd be like, yeah. So I was like, okay, because I see you playing Fortnite and it looks like, I don't know if you've done your homework yet. And it's like, I did. It's like, okay, because where they don't have Fortnite. And they're like, huh? I was like, they don't have Fortnite in the bottom of the ocean. And I'm going to throw you into the ocean if you didn't do your homework. It's like, okay, Dad. It's like, all right, I love you. Love you, Dad. I'm going to throw you in the ocean. Okay, Dad. Just like little dumb shit like that all the time. Constantly threatening to throw them in the ocean. One time we went on a cruise and I was like, oh, get ready. This is it. Why do you think we're going on a cruise? The whole family is coming on this cruise to watch me throw you in the ocean. There's a lot of that. Anon says, sorry if this question is worded terribly or too long. Anyway, I've always wondered about the future of Cardlin Audio. Like, as you're getting older and stuff, do you plan on doing audios until you're 50 or even 60? Or moving to other things within your interest? Yeah, I'd love to. I'd love to keep doing this. It's fun. It's fulfilling. I feel like I'm helping people. I do understand that it becomes weirder as I get older. And maybe certain people are turned off by that. But, that never stopped me before, What I'm doing is admittedly very weird. And I'm sure this isn't the first time it's going to weird people out. That having been said, would I like to retire? Sure. My dream job is I open up a game shop for board games, for landing a bunch of PCs together in a network, for people to rent out consoles, for people to come and play board games at board game nights, or Dungeons and Dragons or Magic the Gathering. Having a big old game house like that with all the amenities, making it nice, and kind of just retiring running that. That would be nice, but that's also another thing that takes millions and millions of dollars, so who knows? For now, the plan is to keep doing Cardlin Audio. I love it. I find it very rewarding, and I find the community to be very nice. But would I take up the opportunity if I were offered to get paid a lot of money to make pizzas or artisanal baked goods? Sure, maybe. Sid M says, how have you been? Life treating you okay? Yeah, it's been all right lately. Just, I feel like I've just been burying myself in one project after another, trying to escape these negative thoughts. And aren't we all? But, luckily it's been working. I have been escaping the negative thoughts. I've been completing one project after another, and I have so many more lined up. So I think, there's a lot of truth behind fake it till you make it. And I think I'm living it right now. And will I catch up and crash and burn one day? Maybe, but I've given myself a decent enough runway that I think I'll be all right. And I've also surrounded myself by loved ones who will love me and take care of me until I'm better again. Yourselves counted among them, The Cardlin Audio community has been nothing but patient and strong. So thank you very much for staying cardigan strong, everybody. Amanda says, are you going to make videos with other ASMR artists? I sure am, Amanda. Marish asks, have you ever turned down a really good script just because you felt like it didn't fit the Cardlin Audio channel? Sure, all the time. Sometimes I even do the script regardless, and then I put it up on Reddit because I can't put it up anywhere else. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. V asks, no question, just wanted to swing by and say hello. You're awesome, and I hope that you're doing well today. Oh, and hydrate or dihydrate. Thank you, V. Sandstone says, hey there. I'm not sure if you've already answered this question before, and I'm sorry if it's kind of a known thing, but do you do your own art, or does somebody else do it? People submit art. I have cardlinart@gmail.com as an email address where people can submit art of Cardlin. To be fair, it's been pretty... Nobody's been sending anything new lately. It's kind of sad. I don't have any new Cardlin art, and I haven't received any in a while. But yeah, all of the art... like I'd say 99%, 95% of the Cardlin art that you see in videos is submitted by, other listeners, other people in the community. On occasion, I'll commission a very specific type of Cardlin, but for the most part, it's submitted by the community. I definitely don't do my own art. I don't know how to draw anything. Princess Tiara asks, if you could describe yourself as a dog breed, what would it be? I don't know. What do y'all think? Maybe like what's like a chill, relaxed, easygoing dog? I don't know dog breeds. Maybe like a sleepy Labrador? Turnip Boy asks, since it's getting close to Christmas, I think this is a good question to ask. What has been your favorite gift ever? If you have more than one or can't remember, that's okay. This is a bit of a cheat, but my daughter recently told me that for Christmas they want me to help them change their last name to my last name. Their last name has been their mother's, and it always has been. And they moved out to live with me in high school, and they've been with me out here in this area ever since. And I feel like maybe they've always been closer to my side of the family, and they want to show it by having their last name changed to mine. And I feel like that's just the nicest, sweetest thing. Jinjin says St. Bernard. Sure. Sandstone says a golden doodle or beagle. TL Patton says Shiba Inu. No, Shiba Inus are so loud and whiny. Via B says corgi perhaps? Not super chill, but affectionate. I don't know that you know me at all, Via B. If you think that I'm not super chill and I'm affectionate, you think I'm affectionate? Cardlin would be a very specific type of dog. Cardlin is the Captain America of dogs. Me? Definitely not affectionate. Let's see. We got a question from Raindrop, aka Evan. They say, do people in your real life know about you doing ASMR videos? If so, how are their general reactions like? If that's something you want to share. Yeah, some. My closest friends do, for sure. Huskies, says Sid. Also whiny. Also very, so maybe me, yeah. But to answer the question, do people in my real life know? Yeah, some people do, not everybody. But yeah, I'd say most people kind of have a vague idea. No one ever really asks about the details. I think maybe they don't want to know. Maybe they are weirded out by it. It's kind of a bummer because I really love talking about the details with people, but I feel like nobody outside of the community ever wants to talk about them. You know, it'd be really cool to be able to sit with my cousin and really talk about the details of moaning for an ASMR, you know, for a spicy audio. But, you know, whatever. It's the life we live. Thea says, do you have any side hustles alongside voice acting? None yet, unless you count Twitch streaming. Twitch streaming doesn't really help with voice acting or audios, but it's something I like doing. That's more out of fun. All right, we've got one question left. Then maybe we'll close things up after I tell you all about Mango. Okay, one question left. This is from Sword of Krampus. Sort of Krampus asks, have you ever disclosed your audio career to a partner? If this is intrusive or too personal, feel free not to answer. Well, I've only been doing this for 9 years. The vast majority of the time I've been doing this, I've been with one person. I broke up with them, or we broke up last year on my birthday. How nice. And we remained friends, and they knew about who we got together. We officially got together. We went from friends to being together 1 week before I opened up Cardlin Audio. And I met them through the audio community. So yeah, they knew about it. They didn't really like to hear about it. I feel like maybe that was their way of mitigating the jealousy. But they didn't really like hearing about audios or being a part of it, which was, ended up being part of one of the problems that led to our eventual breakup. But, we remained good friends. And yeah, I still keep in contact with them. Turnip Boy says, at least you were still friends, but the birthday breakup sucks. To be honest, I requested it, believe it or not. They let me know early in the month of my birthday, and I was like, hey, you know what? How about we schedule something? And it just so happened that like the next day we were both free was my birthday. I was like, how about we spend the day, we talk about some of our best times together. We have like a little hangout. We do our little farewells and make a real nice thing out of it. And we did, and it was real nice. It was still heartbreaking, but as far as breakups go, probably one of the better ones I've been a part of. TL Patton says, it's hard not being able to share such a large part of yourself with your partner. It's true. One last sneaky question that came in right under the mark. Kid Jennings says, why would you do a birthday breakup that's so emotional? Masochist. Sandstone asks, since I think there are a lot of different characters in the channel, I don't really know, how many regular characters are there? It's all Cardlin, baby. It's all Cardlin. Mama Bear's Cardlin. Graham Cracker Audio's Cardlin. All the Yanderes are Cardlin. The Space Bounty Hunters are Cardlin. When Cardlin turns into a crow, that's still Cardlin. All the Yandere murderers, all Cardlin. It's all Cardlin, baby. It's Cardlin from wall to wall. Okay, so you want to hear about Mango. Now, before I tell you about Mango, will you tell me what you think Mango is? And if you're one of the rare people who actually knows, you're not allowed to guess. Sid says, everyone in the world is Cardlin. Maybe. TL Patton says, Cardlin takes many forms in all universes. Yeah. Multiverse Cardlin, says Jinjin. Yeah. Scorpio says, the people got to know the lore behind that at some point. Nah. Nep says, Cardlin with a multiple personality disorder. Nah. Raindrop says, one thing I just want to thank you for is that you're now doing every audio 3 times so everyone can feel included. As a genderqueer / trans mask person, it honestly means so much. You're welcome, Raindrop. It is a little bit of extra work, but I do it because people say the things that you just said, and it makes it worth it. Katie says, a comic maybe? TL Patton is a book you're writing. TL Patton says Mango is a book you're writing. Sid says Mango is Cardlin. Not true. B.A.B. says Mango is a podcast? That's a good guess. Pyrocastric says, my entire school turned on me during my birthday. People started calling me a pedophile despite the fact that I'm a minor, so people hate me for no reason now. That sucks, Pyro. I'm so sorry that happened. BB Anka says, take a shot every time Cardlin says Cardlin. Of water, or you probably won't make it. Huh? Kid Jennings says Mango is a puppy or a kitten. Sid says Mango is an orange cat. Sanson says, is Mango a pet? Jinjin says, I'm too tired and can only think of the D&D Mango encounter. LOL. I remember Mango. Pyro says, it's been 11 months. Sorry, that sucks. Okay, story of Mango. So some of you are right. Mango is in fact... Oh, wait. Got one last sneaky question. Murish, how dare you? You knew I was done. Why did you submit this just now? You knew very well that we were done with questions. Marish says, you just talked about you want to keep doing audios for a couple more decades. Do you still want to play people of all ages? Have you noticed that you stop doing certain types of audios as you're growing older? Yeah. I don't think I've stopped doing certain audios because I'm older, but I have stopped doing certain audios because I don't like the way that they are perceived in the community. Not perceived, but I don't like the message they put out there. I don't like doing audios for children, so I stopped doing audios wherein the listener is intended to be Cardlin's minor child who is a minor. You know what I mean? Like, I have an audio out there where Cardlin reads a storybook to a listener who's meant to be a child. I don't do those anymore. I don't do audios where Cardlin cheats. I don't do audios where that break the TOS on Patreon. I don't do audios. Yeah, there's certain things that I used to do in audios that I don't do anymore, just out of like morality choices. But I don't know if I don't like catering to children, so I try not to do anything about high school unless it's like I'll do series where Cardlin is the adult father of an adult child, like, somebody in their late teens or 20s. I do that. Okay, stop submitting questions to the form. The story of Mango. Okay. Mango is in fact a pet. A friend of mine was reached out to by an ex of theirs and said, "Can you watch this dog? It'll just be overnight. I can't have a dog where I'm staying." My friend, who means well, but maybe lives a kind of a grody bachelor life sometimes, and I think they'd agree with that. I don't think there's anything wrong in me saying that. My friend said, okay, I see a lot of excitement in the chat. I'm not getting a dog. This story does not end where I get a dog. Just to set that precedent early. My friend agrees to take the dog, just for overnight. I say to that friend, "Hey, what are you going to name that dog since it's your dog now?" And they said, "It's not my dog now. I'm just watching it overnight." I'm like, "You're never going to be getting rid of that dog. That's forever your dog." They said, "That's not true. She'll be back tomorrow to get the dog. Just you watch." That was 3 months ago. An ultimatum was passed, and I could not take the dog. I cannot take the dog where I live. My friend who originally took the dog could no longer have the dog because they started a new job. But another friend of ours, responsible, energetic, has raised several pets growing up, has been wanting a dog, says that they'll take the dog. But the problem is, their concern, other than the obvious drama with the original owner of the dog, was they've had trouble finding a job. They've been hit with all that problem, and they basically cannot afford to own a dog right now. So I said, "Hey, you know what I've got a community of people who would love to help ensure that this adorable dog named Mango finds a home." So I looked up how much it is to raise a dog. Apparently it's in the $1,500 a year range. That's because a puppy will need shots. There'll be a lot of emergency vet visits, food, supplies, to keep this dog healthy and hale. It's going to cost a lot of money. So I told my friend, "Tell you what, if I can raise $3,000, which should be enough for you to raise this dog for 1 to 3 years, would you take the dog?" My friend said, "Happily. I would love to take this dog." So I said, "Okay, I'm going to do a subathon on Twitch next weekend. I'm going to start on Saturday, and I'm going to keep going until we stop raising money. I'm going to raise $3,000 for the dog, And if we can, I'll raise, we'll have like stretch goals for like, if we wanted to do like puppy training, we'll raise extra money for puppy training and any other special things we can do. We'll do things like, if you donate a certain amount of money, I'll write down a name on a piece of paper and take a picture of the dog eating the piece of paper or something. This dog being raised by my other friend. My other friend is, as I said, a bit of a grody bachelor, which is fine, perfectly fine lifestyle, but maybe not taking as best care of the dog as the dog should. For example, and I love my friend, and we will not say anything bad about my friend. I love my friend dearly, and I will defend him with my life. But my friend was feeding the dog a hamburger patty a day. And it's like, ooh. My brother in Christ, I love you. Maybe do not feed the dog frozen Costco hamburger patties. He didn't feed it to him frozen, but still, that's not dog food. So now, the dog is going to a better home with my other friend who will take proper care of the dog. We will not talk shit about my friend. They made decisions, and they were taking care of this dog in a time of duress. But now we are doing this. We are doing this to make sure the dog has a better life and is getting the proper care and comfort and food and time and energy that he deserves. And we're calling this stream, this subathon, A Home for Mango. And if we happen to make anything past the $3,000 and the stretch goals, it'll go to helping me pay bills and buy Christmas presents for my nieces and nephews. But yeah, here's hoping that next week we can do that for young Mango. Little adorable Mango. We'll do things like if you donate a certain amount, you can choose, one of several videos of Mango that I'll play on the stream. Take pictures of Mango with your name on it. I don't know. Show pictures of Mango, stuff like that. This is this upcoming weekend on my Twitch, which is Game Bear. It is an 18 plus only channel. So if you're below 18, just do me a favor and send up a prayer for Mango in whichever method you see fit. Please do not come to my channel if you're not 18 or older. And yeah, that is the story of Mango. Let me see if I can show you a little Mango sneaky peek. A little taste of the mango. Oh, this is a good one. Okay, this picture will probably be too big. So you're probably just gonna see his ear or something, but I'll fix it. Or maybe I won't. Maybe I'll just give you a little sneak peek. There you go. That's what you get. That's all you get of Mango. Look at that guy. Look at it. Look at that little guy. And if you come next week, you'll be able to see the rest of them. And you can help raise money for him. And you can help raise money for me to pay my bills and get out of debt and get gifts for my nieces and nephews. And who knows? It's a streamathon, so maybe we'll just keep going and going and going. And we're going to stream all the way through Christmas. That could be a thing. I honestly don't know what I'm going to do with all those hours. But, if y'all just want to watch YouTube with me or listen to me read a book, I'll do it. I mean, read a book to myself. I'm not reading it out loud. But kindly, if you would, swing by next week to help young, beautiful Mango. Maybe we won't do subathon style, Maybe I don't want to be streaming for multiple days near Christmas. But maybe we will. I don't know. Hopefully we can raise enough for Mango. Okay, everybody. That was a lovely stream. Answered some of y'all's questions. Somebody submitted a question after the buzzer. It was Marish again. Marish sent in the question well after the buzzer. Says, what do you answer when someone asks what you do for a living? I usually tell them I review games on YouTube. Whatever. Close enough, right? It's a pleasure. It's a genuine pleasure being Cardlin for you all. Whether you make it to next week's stream or not, just know that for all of my sarcastic, dry humor, cranky old man ways, I deeply love and appreciate you all for being part of this community. I know I don't always show it, especially as of late, but I am very proud, I know I'm very blessed to be able to do this for a living, to be able to make audios that I know help people and get people through dark times and make people feel like they're less alone. That was the original goal, is to help people hear things that maybe they haven't heard their entire lives, to make people feel loved, to make people feel sexy, to make people feel like they're not alone. And I get to continue doing that year after year because of your support. Whether you're here watching or you're on Patreon paying money, or whether you're just liking and subscribing, it all really helps. It all really genuinely helps me to do this. You've helped me move my daughter to come live with me from what I thought was a hellhole that they were living in before. You've helped me to, month after month, support my mother, who is bedridden and living in a home I could not support or afford without you all and your contributions. You help me live my life. You help me sleep in whenever I want. You help me feel like I'm making a change in the world. And you've, despite all of my grumpiness and my sometimes dour outlook on life, I don't want to ever make light of just how much you've made my life so much better. So thank you, and happy holidays. And however you celebrate it, I hope this winter time is kind to you, and that you're kind to yourself, and that you, just recognize how cool you are, Thanks, everybody. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.